He'll be setting 100% tariffs on generic drugs from August of 2028. Those will eventually go up. Remember, we're also expecting, according to sources, that we might get a list of other tariffs on dozens of other countries as well. We had already heard what happened to Canada with a 50% tariff on some Canadian goods, which will take effect in about 30 days. Let's discuss all of this and bring in senior White House reporter Mica Soellner. Mica, so first of all, let's start with the generic drugs. I mean, President Trump has never been happy with the price of pharmaceuticals in the U.S. What are we expecting?
Yeah, I mean, we saw the surprise announcement tonight from the president, essentially declaring another major push in his most favored nation's drug pricing policy. That's been a major issue for the administration that they're really trying to advocate for. The president is arguing, of course, that this is in line with trying to make prescription drugs and drug prices in the U.S. comparable to other nations with high-cost drugs. So essentially, he's seeing this as a way to level the playing field when it comes to imposing tariffs, not only on branded drugs, as he has done previously in the past and has declared an executive order on in April, but now expanding that to generic drugs, which is about more than 90% of drugs here in the U.S.
And we're potentially expecting more tariffs on other countries and just different lists of products as well this week?
Yeah, it's very possible. We do see some expectations on it. The White House has been very bullish on this. We saw what the president had announced with Canada in terms of imposing tariffs further there. Tariffs is, of course, a cornerstone of the White House's trade policy, and the president has continued to make his push on that despite some of the legal challenges he faced with the Supreme Court striking down some of his efforts to impose tariffs globally. It's a very sensitive issue for the president, I would argue. So yeah, we can expect to see more on this front. And this is also one of these issues that can really remain in place even without the control of Congress next year, potentially if Republicans lose one chamber or both, and beyond Trump as he leaves office. So this is one way that he can kind of make some permanent impact.
So, Mica, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming midterm elections in November. How are we setting up, and how would these new tariffs actually play into whatever narrative the president is trying to craft right now?
Yeah, I mean, look, the White House has really struggled with crafting a strong affordability message when it comes to cost of living for Americans. The Trump administration has really tried to foster their most favored nation's drug pricing policy as a major win for them when it comes to this issue. I think the president is viewing tariffs as one way that he believes that he is putting U.S. on a fair playing field compared to other nations that offer lower cost of drugs. And look, the president has already introduced things like Trump RX, which has offered drug pricing options for Americans through a government-sponsored website. That's one thing that they're touting as an affordability win for voters, and saying that, you know, this is one way that they're trying to make healthcare affordable as well. So I think we'll continue to see this push. We're seeing the president out on the campaign trail. He'll be out tomorrow in Georgia. We're seeing administration officials continue to tout this. So there'll be a lot before November.